you will not appreciate what has been done. Look, I kept saying that going into 2024 election, the NDC was not the problem of the NPP. The NPP was the problem of the NPP. I said it. Yeah, there's a video I think on one of your sister stations. I believe I saw it on City FM. Mikasa, this one I remember very well. It was in Talensi constituency, and I said that in the NPP we have enough numbers to win the elections. And I can tell you, Ghana, when you pick the electoral map and do the trend analysis, you would understand why the NPP should easily win an election over the NDC. You understand why? For instance, if you pick just the 11 constituencies in Greater Kumasi, just 11, Greater Kumasi, it should be able to cancel about 5 regions or 6 regions, just 11 constituencies. You should be able to cancel Volta, Upper East, Upper West. In fact, now we can add North East Savannah. It will cancel all of them. Just 11. So Ashanti region takes care of half of the country. So how do you lose elections? So I kept saying, it will come from within if there will be any defeat. And the result shows it. That over 2 million MPP for one Kotoaba. Look,
you believe that?
Yes, look, but I'm doing some work, constituency by constituency, the differential. Look, when you begin to do the differential, that's where the picture begins to look
clearer.
Clear to you. Wow. Look, Asawasi, not many Manaf. Manaf was able to close the Zongo side.
Do you think the party should retain Dr. Bawumia in 2028?
No candidate has gone on the first shot and gotten it. No candidate. Tell me one.
Okay.
No candidate has gone on the first shot.
First one, Unya.
Yeah, is it?
Or back second or third, in Obia.
And
based on that trend, do you think Bawumia should?
I think Dr. Bawumia still gives the NPP the best shot at it. The best shot.
Despite the gap in this election?
Yes. Look, when you come and see the amount of data we have worked on, look, we know who voted. So we are taking our time to do a lot of work. Nana Yaa went 1, 2, and the third time he got it. Look, we will see elections. But for it, say Ubenya Kukudro, say Ubebium.
Yes.
John Mahama, the 5th election year. And I mean, this is John Mahama's 5th election, and he has won 2 out of them. So it is not that easy. John Kufuor went the first one and didn't get it in 1996. 1998, he went to Sunyani, he became flag bearer, beat Akufo-Addo. 2000, he came and won on his second shot. Mills, on his first shot, didn't get it.
Yes.
He waited till 2008. That was his third shot. And he got it.
Okay.
So
based on that trend,
there's a trend.
The party should bring back Dr. Bawumia.
Party for anybody again.
And common sign Fanimra.
I think he gives the best, shot at making it.
Based on the data you are perusing, did he do well in the Zongos? Because it's something his critics would use against him.
We didn't do well in all the 60
across
regions,
the country.
in the 275 constituencies. We didn't do well.
Not just the Zongos.
It's not just the Zongos.
But it was expected he would bring the Zongo votes.
Yes, on a normal day.
This was not.
But we woke up to an normal day. But Obi, you can't say MPP Olusu second D seat. How will you take it? Maybe what that's sorry. Oh, MPP Olusu second D. What will be your first reaction? They be where they Obuasi. And I say NPP lose Akrofrom.
Okay.
And I Katie Hammond constituency. Adansi Asokwa. Ashanti region. NDC. 7 seats. What I say?
Very well. It was an abnormal election.
Yeah, quite an abnormal election.
Okay.
It defied. Look, honestly, this election, I am an elections person, but this election has defied my knowledge in elections.
Okay. You still need to learn more.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking my time to decipher the data and breaking it down, because I want to understand every single detail of the election.
Very well. Very well. We would have to end, Salam, because of my time. My guests for the discussion segment are ready. But I have to read this message. I say, Obi, I was privileged to be part of the inner core team of Salam Mustapha that traversed all 16 regions of Ghana to campaign in the just-ended elections. And I can say without any form of equivocation that Salam stood out in his work. He is not lazy. So in line with more conservative nature as a party, so one thing is why a lot of the youth increasingly find the NDC attractive, and it's they give opportunity to the youth, and that you have very youthful guys now in very critical positions. I mean, from Sami Jemfi PMMC to Yahira Koku NIA, and Yahira Koku is taking over from somebody who is on retirement. I mean, Yahira Koku and Profatefua age, no difference now. Profatefua might be 40 years ahead of Yahira Koku, you know, but he is replacing him. The NDC has done that. Omode Eduji Eko NP, and a lot of young people in very sensitive positions. Some youth think the NPP will not do that for them. They don't find the offering of the NPP attractive. What do you tell Omo Ayeka's answer?
And you know, at all. Abu Jinapo Eko Jubilee House as deputy chief of staff.
Yes.
No, 33, 34 years.
Asempa FM.
I could say what PMC original appointment, no, about 33 years. He was much younger than even Sami Jemfi. Sami Oku NLA, he was under 40. Sami went to NLA around 38. Bet crapper. Say, but can you win? Yeah, but can you win? So, if you tell me that NPP doesn't give opportunity for the look, Macheto, yes, OT regional minister.
Okay,
he was around 35 years. So many young people got appointments. In fact, when I was at the office of the vice president, they used to say the vice president with the small boys around him. I'm sure what is that that. Obviously, Dr. Bawumia, the small boys, and I actually know share. Oh, I'm lying.
Yeah.
And who were those around president? Asenso, Eugene Abu Jinapo, very young, Fati, Napagatia, very young people. So it is not true. But of course, I also understand that the very old generation, the 1992 generation, now still a bit more abainomu. Me offer yourself for no and so on and so forth. Gave a certain outlook, say, you know, maybe the government, but on the average, you know, there were a lot of young people, you know, appointed to serve by Nana Yaa Fans, and a lot more people would have been appointed by Dr. Bawumia. I know some of them. I know people who really would have, you know, you know,
ministers
would have made, yes, you know, would have gotten appointments under Dr. Bawumia. But look at miracles. Young guy, he was the director of communications for the entire campaign. For Obi to elect, say this young person is the one going to be in charge of the entire communication. It tells you that there's belief in young people. 2016. Ebufu Ghana friend got to aban etia.
John Mahama.
Na dumso edimukan. We had slept in darkness for 4 years and everybody was angry. You understand?
Yes.
We claimed the victory. We claimed it. And then the same thing has happened. Economic issues played a significant role in this election. Economic issues play significant role in these elections. Ghana for able fuye. Say a comment at the woman, and this we had admitted on this your show. I have admitted several times. Say the economic situation is harsh. The president admitted, the presidential candidate admitted on every occasion. Like I say, on my mind. So it's something we admitted. The same anger, Mako Kwakye NPP. And of course, on this your show, a lot of people have been credited with this, with the NPP, with the NDC victory. Mati, Manibuama, you're born in Samba, Dankanyo Manibuama, and activate body cams, and then, and all Sami Jemfi, in fact, this show, but if you write the story, the
history of
the NDC's victory, you cannot take Sami Jemfi.
Sure.
Then my own Pablo, I was the youth commander and I led the youth. Then Malik, my junior brother Malik is also in the picture. And Malik, if we had won, the same thing would have been said
about them.
Mekai 2020, NDC Lucia, some of the things they have said about Pablo. And today he has received a lot of praises. I said, that is it. You understand? Again, near ACNO, Bobby, I saw my party youth demoralized, break down, and it broke me as the leader of the youth front. I'm sure we'll go into the issues, but looking at the wailing and the pain now. I decided that I'll keep quiet and listen to them and listen to all the complaints. Let them vent out. In fact, I can deal. After all, if they don't insult us, who should they direct the insults to? They are in pain. So allow them to express it. And let me say, one thing that has kept me alive is the level of anger I have seen.
From Wow Party for
yes. It shows me that this party is still much alive. Dan kamen who ebufu ewo party no one, I would say that party we had done another CPP. But the anger shows people who love their party and want things right.
Do you feel, sir, you've disappointed the party youth?
We didn't win, so I cannot say that they are happy. If they're not happy, they are disappointed. And I am disappointed too. I am not happy. Obi, I am not happy. Anybody who knows me, only maybe I will tell you that I don't like defeat. I don't. It is a me, I make sure that I am meticulous. It's all these boys who work with me will tell you that I'm a very meticulous person if you come close to me. So going into this election from the word go, Obi, from the beginning of the year, 2024, I didn't go into this election empty-handed. I made sure that we developed a whole blueprint for the election. From the youth perspective, yes. This was our work plan for 2023. Every year, I don't work in a vacuum. I don't do things haphazardly, baby. I'm very meticulous. I pay attention to detail. I interviews, baby, and I kept telling you the most topical issue as far as this election was concerned,
yes,
and economic issues.
Yes.
Is that not what played out?
Yes.
Exactly. Because when I was campaigning to be national youth organizer, I bought Hamishe, me youth organizers, and he said, I want to be an occasional national youth organizer, not the national youth organizer.
I remember I interviewed you on that.
And to a large extent, I was constantly on the road. Constantly. In fact, the last day, I was thinking, say, na me dream, say, menya, payukra akunya na my last interview, but manya akunya. Because in the last days, look, when we realized what was going on, especially in Greater Accra, my assignment be we, I made my next plan, sending my general secretary. 2 days for me departing, I was going to the north. 2 days before departure to the north, and a general secretary friend me say, Salam, when are you going to the north? I'm see tomorrow next. Or say, David, hold on. Come to the house tomorrow morning. Me call me fear and apano.
Yeah.
Or say, look, this ghetto thing you are doing in Greater Accra, we think we should continue until your northern Ajumano put it on hold. Because what research is telling us is that we should do some more work in Greater Accra. I need some more hands here in Greater Accra. And gave me some resources. Go and continue with the work. Of course, I'm banning a penal. You know, I keep saying that every single critique I take it because my party youth are not happy that they are in opposition. And it is not a place they want to be. Personally, I am hurt. So we have disappointed
more flag bearer in the Ghanaian.
all of them. Because look, there are some guys that, you know, I got opportunities for. They were supposed to go for interview. After the election, this government became functis officio. Those interviews couldn't go on. Some had gone for interview. Now I can say on my letters number. And when I lie down and all of these things play back, nobody knows the level of pain in me. Obi, send me so na me ko na me ba na nyina no. Send na me so me in that's war.
Yes.
There were things I also wanted, but how can I get it now that we have lost the election? My colleague Pablo has been made minister for youth development
empowerment.
You understand? It's the same way. You know, I had something to put on the table of the presidential candidate if he had become president. Say, this is my demand. Me and my wing, me and my soldiers. But it didn't happen. But look, exit polls, research, a lot of data we are working on. 56% of new voters,
of first-time voters,
yes, voted for Dr. Bawumia.
56%.
56%.
And no, your memo research.
Yes. But see, we are going to break down every single, detail, because Obi, what for man? You don't look at where you fell. You look at what made you fall. Nema what from, and then I'll share. I may not be in the next national executive setup, but for whatever reason, we should be able to win the next election.
2028.
2028.
From opposition. But hit I the bema and this aban radio. Who be that? Because wounded lion say the form. He who is on the ground doesn't fear fall again. I know that, but Udim said there are those who also argue say
what we did in opposition,
yes.
And got the NPP back in 2016.
Yes.
Mayor times 2.
But for the sake of credibility and the credibility of your promises going forward, you should kill yourself.
So you got to my funeral. And what will you say? But that's that's the level of confidence I
you had in your preparations for
yes, and I wanted my party people to know that, look, we are not down. And Obi, do you honestly think that if the results was close, would have easily let go? Do you think?
Easily let go meaning what?
Would have just let it go like that?
But what would you have done? Say you close down, what would you
Maybe
have done?
I'm not sure that we would have lost if the results were close.
You would have overturned results?
Not overturned. Look, if the results were if our numbers were going to turn out, we're going to win.
Like Munko for the PA
Yes.
And something I'm Operation Go say Go TV.
Yes, and I'm saying
how did they turn out?
I can't say it on.
Want to mean can we radio so? Among 49 resources so.
When
Was
I
it Go TV, the all the resources in there.
When I woke
It is a Go TV now,
when I woke
then you'll be saying transportation now, man. Also transportation on the man, regional youth organizer, I'm a canon, sir.
You know, these are the issues that the committee should put in perspective. The hin and a buying from so, the hin a party from so. How do we correct them and how do we
move forward? And I think one of those on the bit about proposals in reforming party, you know, there was a mibusa na meje wadwen kire